About that, people, I am back. Um, I guess this thing is sensitive. Uh, what the fuck was that I just killed? I think it was a grasshopper or something. Oh well, it's got the camera's got the door. All right, that's fine. So yeah, like I said, I was we were talking. We're gonna start today's episode is gonna be about the Lindsey Clancy case. If you don't know the Lindsey Clancy case, um, a woman that birthed three children, I believe 8, 3, and 5. 8 months, yeah, 8 months old, 3-year old, and 5. She strangled them all to death, and then she strangled them to death with a exercise band, and then slit her wrist and jumped out the window to kill herself. And that's what everybody's been talking about. Her Now the thing is, she admitted to it. Her defense admitted to it that yes, she killed those babies, but they're trying to prove was she criminally responsible. That's what they're trying to prove because she's claiming psychosis, postpartum depression. So that's what she's claiming. Even though if you look at the case, she tried to get mental help from mental professionals. She tried to get on medication. She tried to talk to people about it. She was telling people what she was going to do. And then when she did it, everybody was like, oh, no. Like, her therapists were actual women. And they dismissed it. Um, the husband caught him totally off guard. Even though he was supportive of her going through her mental trials. Which, I'm going to get into that in a second. There's a few others who think otherwise. But the whole thing is just crazy. She sent him to the store at CVS. Then she sent him to the restaurant to get food. She executed. She planned it out, and then she looked up routes on how long it would take him to get back to the house. This was all planned, and she's saying postpartum, and there's thousands of women who said they feel the same. They feel like they could have killed their kids when they was going through postpartum. And I know postpartum ain't no joke. It is not. I've talked to a lot of mothers. It ain't no joke. But every mother I know said that they would rather kill themselves than kill the baby. She killed her kids. And there's thousands of women who stand with her, support her. There was a video of a woman actually holding her baby saying, yeah, sometimes she feels like she could kill it too. What the fuck? Like, you're holding your child and you're saying, sometimes I just feel like, I just want to just, end him. What? That is, like, and they trying to say she's a victim. They trying to say the husband did it. Like, these theories are so far-fetched. It's insane. One group was saying, he's a Virgo. No, he's a Pisces, and she's a Gemini. And Geminis love children. They don't do nothing wrong to children, but Pisces. Like, what the fuck does this astrological sign has to do with anything? And then they said, nah, the husband, he had a stunt double he went to the restaurant and he went back to the house and he killed the kids and then he threw Lindsay out the window and he changed clothes and went back to the restaurant. Like, that makes no fucking sense. That is way too complicated. Way too complicated. And they didn't raise like $500,000 for her. There's protests for her. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm drinking, people. Drinking some water. But on the podcast, y'all can hear see what I'm doing. But like, seriously, it's that shit crazy. Like, I mean, that's why I wanted to bring people on to see if they wanted to, if you support her, you don't support her. But I've talked to a lot of moms in the last couple of days, and a lot of them said there's no excuse. I mean, I've been paying attention to the trial and the expert witness they have on actual psychosis. The defense attorney was not even letting the man talk, and he was contradicting everything he was saying. It was like crazy. It got so bad that the judge even had to say, "Hey, man, let him finish." And then he basically came out and said, like, most postpartum lasts up to 4 weeks, not 8 months. But every case is different. And postpartum has nothing to do with bipolar or mental infringement. I just made up a word and it make no sense. He was trying to give expert testimony, but it just like the defense was just. And then he even said like, "Oh, does it?" The last thing the defense attorney said, "Oh, does this? It may be stated in the medical book, but is it stated in the Bible? Why the fuck would psychosis be stated in the Bible? That is, it's not about whether she was a Christian or not. It's whether or not if she was in the right state of mind when she killed her kids, and it's all leading to yeah." I had a discussion with my boss, and he was like, most of the time when women kill their kids, it's because they can't afford them. You know, they can't afford the kids. Not just women, but parents. Parents kill their kids. They can't afford them no more, so they figure, oh, we're just gonna kill them, so they can save on money. I mean, and another mom I talked to about it, she said the same thing. Most time when people do that to their children, it's because they can't continue to afford taking care of them. The fact that she tried to kill herself, slit her wrist, threw herself out the window. Now she's a paraplegic. She lived. She's in a wheelchair. I think if she would have died, and I'm not saying I don't wish death on nobody, but if she would have died, this whole outcome would have been different. It had been rolled as a murder-suicide. But since she straight up saying she said she had psychosis and all that, now you got everybody that's, you know, all these women that's coming out and support her and all that, which is insane, by the way. If this was a man, oh, his ass would be up under the jail. I still find it crazy, though, that everybody is trying to blame the husband. Like, the woman herself admitted that she did it and said, nah, she didn't do it. She admitted it herself. It's like, yeah, I did it. Her defense says, yeah, we're not going to deny she did it. She did this. But I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to see whether she should go to prison or go to a psych hospital. A psych hospital is a little better than a prison because, I mean, it's a prison, true. It's a way you can't leave, but you're around other people that's not mentally all there. So most of the time they probably won't attack you or anything because most of the time they like to keep to themselves. And if they do get away or get out or something, then the orderlies can handle that. But in a prison, I can't imagine being in a wheelchair going to prison. You know, that'd just be hard. Just not just hard, just horrible. So I think she's trying to get out of going to prison. She knows she's going to have to pay for her crime. But it'd be easier to go to a mental ward than it would be a prison. Because no matter what, she's getting charged with murder. Especially when you admit it, that you did this shit. You confessed. So, yeah, there's no way she's getting out of this. And her defense attorney is really just a dumbass. But it is what it is. I mean, these are my thoughts. You know, the whole thing is sad. It's sad. The babies didn't have them. I just cannot imagine what was the last few seconds that was going through the baby's mind when mom like, why is mommy doing this? And they wasn't old enough to fight back. I mean, I can't imagine being a father too. I was told his I didn't hear it, but from certain testimony, his 911 call was something out of a horror movie. Can you imagine coming home, finding your wife outside in a pool of blood, and then inside you find all your babies have been strangled one by one and lined up together? And she did it in his office, by the way. Which is like, wow. I can't imagine that. And some people on the internet, they're speculating because, oh, he moved on too fast. He got a new wife within a year. Maybe he was cheating on her. that's neither here nor there. And then if you saying he was cheating on her and she killed the babies out of revenge, that that takes the whole psychosis thing out the window. So a lot of people say, "Nah, he was cheating on her." No, I don't think so. You know, a year. I mean, it is crazy. A year after a year, he has a new wife, but we don't know how this man operate. We don't. But like I said, if y'all trying to go, if some of these people trying to say he was cheating on her, that's why she did it. That that defeats the whole argument. That defeats the whole psychosis argument, whole postpartum depression argument. That defeats the whole argument if she did it out of revenge. Now I did see something. Uh, Another witness says that it does the stipulations of what happened also does sound like revenge. It sounds like she was trying to get back at him for some reason because she didn't bother to cover it up. She didn't bother to hide it. She left them out in display for him, knowing that she would find him, knowing that he would come back to the house. So from the other witness, that testified said he said it straight up sounds like it was meditated and it was revenge, which it does because she literally sent him away, an hour away, to pick up medication and pick up food. They got records of her looking up the Google Maps and seeing how long it'll take when they get back. That's some crazy work. That is so sad. I see nobody wanted to come in, but it's cool. I shared my piece, and I pray for the souls of those babies, and I hope justice is served. Because I mean, it's sad. It's sad, man. It's sad, and like if you are a mom and you are going through postpartum, please get help. Please seek help. Mental illness is a mental illness is a dangerous thing. Please seek help. Anybody going through any emotional trouble, please seek help. This from your boy Kruz, y'all. Peace.